Hey Pete here for Studio Live today. Now, are you an electric guitar player or a bass guitar player and you want to plug your guitar into your iPhone, your iPad, your mobile device to record, to jam, to play, to practice? Well, this is a video that you're going to want to check out because what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through all of the options that you have to connect your electric guitar or bass guitar to your mobile device to record or to play. So let's go. Okay, so here I have my iPad and my iPhone, and what you will know about these is that you have a 3.5mm or an 1/8 inch jack in these, and it's a combination jack. It's what's called a 4-pole jack, which means that it can accept a microphone or a headphone or a headset, which has a microphone and a headphone on it. But what it doesn't accept is one of these, and if you're a guitarist, you'll know what this is. This is a 1/4 inch instrument cable, a guitar cable jack, which is a single mono 1/4 inch jack. So yes, if you try to plug this in, not surprisingly, you will have no luck and no success. So what options do we have then? How do we get our signal from our electric guitar or bass guitar into our iOS device? Let's jump in and look at some of the options that we have right now. Now, before we dive into this, what about our acoustic guitar players? Well, you are actually in luck because the microphone that we have built in to the iPad and the iPhone is surprisingly good. Yeah, it's not going to be the quality of a large diaphragm condenser or an SM57, but I have recorded whole guitar parts and whole demo songs using just the internal microphone, and a lot of other people have done it too, for vocals, for acoustic guitars, for everything. So grab your acoustic guitar and try out your internal microphone if you're an acoustic player, and if you want to check out how I did my demo song using just the internal mic, I'll put a link up there, and down there you can check that out. But let's get back to our electric guitar and our bass guitar. So, as we pointed out here, we've got our guitar cable. Now, the very first thing that I thought when I was trying to plug this in, and other people have had this thought and asked me this question, is, can I not use one of these? This is just a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch, or a 5.5mm to 3.5mm adapter, which we can actually plug our guitar cable in like that, and we can actually send the signal as a 3.5mm jack instead of the original guitar cable. And this does indeed plug into our iPad. Now, your mileage may vary, but I have tried this on a number of occasions, and I'm not even going to demo it here because when it does work, the quality I've had is terrible, and more often than not, it just literally doesn't work. So I won't go into a whole bunch of technical detail, but the way that the 4-pole adapter that the iPad and iPhone uses, the way it allocates all of the different inputs and outputs, is not aligned with a whole lot of conventional equipment. So unless you've got something designed for iOS, chances are it's not going to work so well. So maybe not go with this option. The other problem with this option is there's no way to monitor. So once you've plugged this into your headphone socket of your device, you're not going to be able to monitor your signal at all, which is not going to be good if you're going to do multi-tracking. So if you want to overlay more than one track, you're not going to be able to do that. In fact, I thought about that when I was testing way back in the day. I even bought myself one of these crazy capers, which is actually a splitter that is supposed to split the 4 poles there into a separate microphone and headphone socket. And I tried this, and once again it failed. I got some sound through the headphone, the microphone just failed, and it just used the microphone of the iPad, which wasn't what I wanted. So I have tried all of these crazy experiments so that you don't have to, because what I'm going to recommend here are some other solutions that don't have to cost the earth, but are going to be able to get your electric guitar signal into your iOS device. And once again, before we actually do that, I promise we'll get to that in a moment, there is one option which is a little bit janky. If you literally have nothing at all, you will notice that when you play your guitar, you get a very out-of-tune D chord. But when you play your guitar, it does actually make a sound. And the pickups on your guitar are microphone-ish. They are picking up the signal. So Can you just play your electric guitar into the microphone here and then add an amplifier? You can. It's not going to sound great, but you know what? I've actually done it in a pinch where I wanted to hear what an electric guitar, a distorted tone or something sounded like. I've literally just recorded the twanginess of my electric guitar. Would I recommend it? No, but I wanted to make sure we explored every option in this video. That is one. Let's get into the serious stuff. Okay, let's start with the simplest and cheapest option. What I have here, and I have done an entire video on this and the quality of it and how to use it, but this is a clone of one of the original input devices, which is an iRig by IK Multimedia. This costs $10 on eBay, and you can get them even cheaper than that, or you can get slightly better quality ones for a little bit more if you want to pay $20 or $30. And what these do is exactly what I was trying to do with that mad array of cables there. It takes a guitar signal here and a pair of headphones here, a headphone jack there, and it converts it to exactly the formation that an iOS device is looking for. So it does have the 4 poles here, the 4 connections, and it will take your guitar in your quarter-inch signal, quarter-inch jack, and give you a headphone output for monitoring. So in terms of simplicity, all we need to do is grab our guitar cable, plug that in the end, grab a pair of headphones, plug those in, put this in, and we are away. And as I said, if you wanted to see exactly how this works, check out the video that I will link there, and you'll see how we use this one. Next level up, and I showed this when I did my audio interfaces video, because this is actually a fully fledged audio interface, not just a guitar interface, but it is really good for your guitar because it has a really nice instrument input there. We have input gain along here. You can set it to your guitar. And once again, we have a headphone socket. So this one is the Tascam IXZ, and I recommend this one because it costs about $40 or $50, depending where you are in the world. I'll put links to where you can pick one up down below if you're interested. But this is a great entry-level device because even if you're only interested in guitar and you don't want to use a microphone right now, you have a full microphone preamp in there with phantom power. So if at any stage in the future you do want to hook up a microphone, then you've got the ability to do that with this device. It is also battery powered. So just 2 AA's give us the batteries for this one, for the preamp. And as I said, it's just so convenient to throw in your gear bag and to have with you. I take this one on the road with me whenever I'm traveling because if I want to plug something in, I just use the 3.5mm jack and I'm away. Now, because it uses a 3.5mm jack, it is going to suffer from some of those lesser quality that you get with analog devices, but it's still pretty good for the price that you're going to pay for that one. And now is probably as good a time as any to mention one thing. You might be thinking, what if I have an iPhone 7 or 8 or 10 or X or whatever you'd like to call the new ones? Well, they don't have a 3.5mm jack. So you've got a couple of options there. If you want to use something like this or like the iRig clone we had before, then you can get one of the 3.5mm to lightning adapters and just plug directly into that. So it's one additional cable that you need, but you can do that. The other thing is that iRig that I showed you, which I have here, this version here, the genuine iRigs made by IK Multimedia, and I'll put links to those down below. There's the Pro and the Pro 2, and there's a whole range of different models. They're really good, really high quality interfaces and guitar interfaces, and a lot of those actually use the lightning connector as opposed to the 3.5mm jack now. So if you want a dedicated portable guitar interface, I don't have one myself because I use the device I'm about to show you next, but you can definitely invest in an iRig, one of the Pro iRigs, and you're going to get some really good results for your electric guitars and your bass guitars. Let's now jump into the last option that I'm going to show you here today, which is my fully fledged audio interface. Okay, you know I couldn't have gone an entire video without talking about my Steinberg UR12. This is my absolute favorite audio interface for mobile recording. It has a high Z, high Z input here, which is for our guitar. We've got input gain we can dial in. We've got direct monitoring. So if we want 100% latency-free monitoring, and that's probably something I haven't mentioned with the others, because you're monitoring through the software and through the headphones coming back out of your actual iOS device, then there can be some lag or latency. And if you're recording an epic guitar solo, the last thing you want is for a whole bunch of lag, which is going to mean that you're not going to be able to play in time with the tracks you've already recorded. So this is a solution for that. You can use your direct monitor here to actually hear your guitar sound independent through the headphones here, which is very cool. The other thing this has, and I'll link again to the full review up there, down there, it has separate power. So you can power it by USB if it's plugged into a PC or a Mac, or you can power it by 5 volt DC power using the micro USB connection there. So that is the other option. And not only Steinberg, but a whole bunch of other people make these sort of interfaces. There's portable ones, there's ones like this that are more solidly built for in the studio. There's a heap of options for recording your guitar into your iOS device. So there you go, some simple and cost-effective ways that you can be rocking out on your electric or bass guitar here in GarageBand or any other app on your iOS device, on your iPad or your iPhone. If you want to see some of these in action, check out the series of links that we have down below, because I've used all of these in various different reviews and in my actual recordings of my songs. So you can check out the links to find those. I've also put a bunch of links to where you can buy a lot of these products that I have here, or the other ones that I have mentioned as well. And some of those links down there, just to let you know, will be affiliate links. So if you click on those and purchase those products, they will break off a little piece and throw it my way. So if you'd like to support me and support the channel, and you're going to buy some of this gear anyway, then why not go via those links and pick yourself up a good deal on a good piece of equipment. Okay, that is going to do it for today. I hope if you're a guitarist, an aspiring guitarist, or just someone that wants to find a way to hook up your guitar to your iOS device, your iPad or your iPhone, that this gave you somewhere to start and some ideas of what to do and what some of the options that you have are. And if you're an experienced guitarist and you're already doing this, then I would love to know, what interfaces are you using? What methods have you found work well to record your guitars? If you've got ideas that you'd like to share with the rest of the community, drop me a comment down below and let me know what you're using and how you found it, because hey, I don't have all the answers. There might be something really cool out there that you would like to recommend me to try and review in the future. If you have any other comments, questions or suggestions, of course, leave those down below as well, and I'll see you in the next video.